have your 2 downtime actions. The short list of what you can do with them are recover, which means you recover from wounds. I don't think anyone has any. Vice, you can regain, or rather lose, the karma you have accrued over a mission by indulging in doing whatever your vice is. Long-term project, you can do something like acquiring a new piece of gear, or researching something, or making something, or something else cool that you can come up with. You can acquire an asset. This is specifically acquiring like a new piece of stuff. These are temporary, however, as they would be you would get them in a limited amount, so to speak.
If we lose them, we lose them.
Yeah. You could also gather information in your downtime. Spend an action or 2 to go out and try to find out about something. Or you could reduce heat, should you have any, by trying to do something to calm the seas or frame someone else for your crimes or something like that. Yeah. The ones that seem useful to you now would be, I think, Dark. You probably have accrued a decent amount of karma.
I'm on 6 karma at the moment.
So you might want to, for example, indulge in your vice.
Yes, I would definitely be indulging in my fame horror.
The rest of you, gathering information seems like a thing you could do, or if not interested in that, maybe there's a long-term project your character would like to work on.
How would gathering information work?
Basically, you would tell me how you gather information and what you're doing it for, and then we'll see how effective it is. You always get some information because you're not absolutely incompetent. What we roll is simply to see how good the information you get is, how much of it you get, how much detail.
Would Haldamir's character being a phase be better at it?
That's what I'm thinking, is like going around talking
well,
to people.
gathering information can be done in many ways. It can be done, like, it's a general thing. So you could shoot up a place to find messages on dead people. You could go talk to people. Or you could like go on the internet or hack a database to find something. Like, there's many different ways to do it, basically.
Yeah, all of us can do it in our...
It might be easier to justify finding a lot of different information if you are good at talking to people, as for example, shooting up places and looting it. It seems it's not the best way to find accurate information about things.
Thymara will definitely go out and get into circles that may or may not have answers, or just information. Maybe getting into some Evo circles by talking her way into parties, etc.
Well, let's start with Halldamir then. You have 2 actions. You would like to gather information.
Mm-hmm.
About what? What's your question? What thing are you trying to discern? What do you want to know about?
I would probably say who's trying to blow us up, or what the whole deal was with that explosion. Like, why?
Maybe
question
Evo.
mark.
That might be a very
And then
advanced
maybe
question to find out. Maybe try to do something more specific and localized.
For example, perhaps what Evo's been up to recently?
Yeah, what Evo's up to recently. That's a pretty
Right.
good one. That was my secondary thing.
Evo news, then.
Evo
Right.
news.
Well, why don't you go ahead and you wanna smooth up to people?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you? Do you think you're bureaucrating or influencing? How are you?
I'd probably say influencing. Yeah.
Right. You're making people talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Sure. Let's see what kind of information you get. You get awesome information. Well, turns out that that Evo recently has really not been up to a lot. The last month, they seemed like they had the news of the century. Like, everyone was beginning to look at them, and they were sort of hinting that there was something really big that was coming out. But since then, they have been quiet. They've shut themselves down, and they have talked and said that, that nothing out of the usual is happening. Many people asking about what's going on with them have just sort of met like a wall of stone. No one's really... Nothing out of the usual is the news now. Maybe even too out of the usual. You talk to like a journalist who definitely thinks there's something going on, but these media corporations, you just can't get into their stuff.
Okay. Should relay all of
The
that.
The Berlin office focus has been bio and nanotech, and the merging of the two.
Okay.
And it is the Berlin office, of course, that is answered here. Evo is a global corporation, so who knows what they're doing in China, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess she will tell the group about that then.
You also have another action. You have 2 downtime actions, sister. No?
Yeah, I'm not really sure. Like, information gathering seems like the obvious course, but I'm not really sure what question to ask. So, group, maybe?
We can circle back to you.
Yeah.
If nothing else.
Can do that.
Well,
If someone else has something they want to do.
I'm just calm whoring.
Chihuahua will contact Chantel because she is. Well, she may not be a cop anymore, but she is still doing the work around the city. So she'll contact Chantel and ask what she knows about the explosion at the building. What the cops are saying.
Sure.
What do you want? How do I roll that? Do I get it?
Well, what are you doing?
Well, I'm using my friend.
So you would be influencing your friend, simply.
I do not have. I have it equipped.
You can still try it if you don't have it technically.
Your friend would still give you a bonus die, so you'd be at 1 die.
I might as well do that.
For
Boop.
making your friend do this for you. All right. She has not been in great contact with the police. She doesn't hang out with them anymore. And the people she does have talked to says that the police are holding this one under wraps. Apparently, it is some corp or something has made sure that nobody talks about it.
That is actually still interesting.
You always get something interesting or something.
No.
Just not a lot of detail.
Chihuahua will definitely share those with the others.
Can we ask questions of our fixer? Be like, what do you mean not satisfactory?
I was sort of hoping everyone would do a downtime action, and then the fixer will need to get to you.
Okay. Well, long-term project for Ziegler. We to put some damn silencers on Warburg. Maybe his own guns. I don't know if I need to do it per unit or if I can do it for like my group, meaning like myself and the droid.
You would with a long-term project, you would basically do it individually as you're developing it.
You need to put
building silencers on him.
All right, that's what I'm doing then. To the lab.
This sounds like a rather. How difficult do you think this would be? Sort of moderate difficulty. It takes some effort, but it's not like
Probably.
you don't have to invent something.
No, silencers are technology has existed for hundreds of years at this point, or 100 years at this point. It's not
so
rocket science.
acquiring and such. Basically, how a long-term project is, you state your desire. What's the one you want to put it on? Warburg.
Mm-hmm.
And then we agree on how difficult it will be. This is moderate difficulty, meaning that it is what we call an 6 clock. Basically, it has 6 potential parts to it. The maximum one roll can do is 3, and that's if you crit, basically. You get 3 steps on that clock. So now you say, what are you doing here to begin this project? What's the first thing you do, like, to do it? acquire the things? Like,
Probably, yeah. I could probably. I mean, you want pieces that are not traced, for example, because I don't think silencers are something that's just anyone can buy. So probably use my smuggling contact maybe to see if something has fallen off a crate or something like that.
you would be trying to influence that person to help you with getting you some illegal silencers.
Yep.
All right. That you would get a bonus die for using your contact.
Sure.
And what you're looking at here basically is a 1 to 3 gives you 1 step. It's not very effective. A 4 to 6 gives you 2 steps, and a crit will give you 3 steps on the road to doing this thing.
1 step.
All right. Maybe the silencers that were there were fallen off, but maybe they had been abandoned there because they were actually like broken or been retracted. So you might have to do some repair work or something. Like something about them is suboptimal, but it's a step on the road.
Just need to repair them.
Yeah. That leaves you, Dark.
How do I
am going to indulge in my voice. Go on to the get out of meat space and spread the word.
What are you gonna write on there? Are you gonna?
Actually, after having all of this happen, especially if places have been very tight-lipped about it, not really wanting to say too much, well, kind of just kind of leak out a little bit of information and leave a mark about saying this person did this, not, and kind of explain a little bit about the story and what happened. Maybe not going into full details, but enough out there to try and stir up some attention around herself, digital self.
All right. Does she leave an address that people can ask her further questions on, or?
I imagine there is like an anonymous address where she does it, like she enjoys receiving like messages.
Yeah. People say, "Oh, I heard about that. Could you?"
Not linked to the group at all, but one that she can access and look at when she has the time.
Burn an email address.
Her Azure Web,
Azure
Spider, Azure Web. Yeah, is her tag. All right, sure. Vice. Then you basically think about how do you do this? What skill do you think is most appropriate, or what attribute are you doing here?
I imagine this would come down. Well, if it's like a skill.
Physical, mental, or more sort of presence, calm of mind sort of thing.
She's trying to get herself out there as much as she can. There isn't really a calm of. I don't know if it's really a calm of mind to it. She's kind of letting herself out there in a sense.
Sure.
So I think it may more of the sense of mind in this case.
All right.
That sound fair to you?
Sure.
Certainly not body. So do I roll like?
You roll. Actually, no, that's not how that works. I'm remembering wrong. When you do your vice, you roll your lowest attribute, whatever that is.
The presence dice of 1.
Yeah, if that's your lowest, then that's the one you would use for it.
I have body 3, logic 3, presence 1.
Yeah. And then you basically recover that much stress, or so you recover 1 karma for this.
Why is no one listening to me?
Yeah, maybe it's just the desire to write more.
Perhaps
more scandalous things and tell everyone who you are really and what you're doing. That doesn't help you too much. It is safe though for you, just to inform you about that, because when you do this, when you indulge in your vice, you can overindulge. If you roll a number that is higher, basically if your karma would go into negatives from recovering that amount, then you overindulge and you either attract some trouble by doing it. Someone is angered. In this case, for example, someone might track you back to here and actually sell that information to someone. It can be big talk. which is you brag a bit too much about your exploits, and, well, whoever you pissed off will be extra pissed off about it. You can become lost, like you're drugged, you're a drug addict and you're laying in some parlor somewhere passed out, and so you skip the next session and you would play a different character until you come back. Or you could be tapped, and your purveyor, maybe the guy who sells you your drugs, is tired of all your damn whining constantly and cuts you off, and you would have to find a new source for your vice, or not be able to recover your karma. So that's a bit dangerous, but when you have 6, you cannot roll. You cannot possibly roll higher than a 6. So.
Yeah, actually, one she still has 5 karma.
Yep, sure does. And now, before your fix comes back, I will just take a bathroom break. Yeah. So I'll be right back.
Clearly, I need to know what happened to a meme.
Clearly.
How do I...
Thymara finally rolls out of bed.
A gift, perhaps.
2 days later.
I'm thinking a huge GIF. Explosion, a sniper.
I know what it is. She slept really late, went out, came back a couple of days later, and has slept for a couple of days. That's what's happened.
That's your vice.
No. The vice is pleasure, but you know.
This is a form of pleasure.
It's a
So
form
sleep.
of pleasure. No, more of the
You have
illegal
overindulged
sort.
in sleeping. You slept so hard that you missed the
slept
next mission.
forever. Yeah. They couldn't wake you up. You are dripping wet because they threw a bucket of water on you to try and wake you up.
You got pneumonia from the bucket of water.
Yeah.
And,
You guys certainly don't find Ashley too much, where you'll just find her sitting down, unmoving, except for her hands typing away on her cyber deck, up here in that room, jacked into the Matrix the entire time, cold sim. For, a good number of hours in a row until Ashley temporarily logs out, deals with biological functions. Maybe
You
has a
get, like,
cocktail.
You get like a flashing on your on your HUDs, like you need to urinate.
Again. Gets up, does it, gets a cocktail,
Yeah.
is surprised that you're actually awake.
You know, it's 2 a.m. It's not that she's woken up early. It's that she's just
Yeah.
awake late. She's very much seems to be accustomed to being up late, and as a result, waking up late.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Did anyone else go?
Don't think so.
Don't think so.
All right. Well, Jonas, are you here?
I'm here.
All right. Well, I suppose that means that we can continue then, if you'd like.
Assuming Tina's there.
I
She
think
is.
Manaki knows if Tina's there or not.
Tina could have snuck out.
Because, like, this is basically a day or so of stuff you get done before another message appears on the screen, this time from your fixer. The message informs you that he will be here in about an hour and a half. He expects the place to look presentable.
Well,
Get the search. Oh fuck! We have to do this
Ashley will
ourselves.
get up from cold sim seeing this message appear on her HUD. Come down and tell the group. No. PA, the group.
we hear.
Attention, everyone. I've received word. Received word. He's on his way. Clean up.
You hear like the sound of something being dropped and smashed in the armory workshop, and you hear a curse like God.
Well, Flora just gets up and starts moving the clothes and because she's thinking he's probably only gonna be in this room.
Just put Stoll in the bath.
Plank will
Yeah.
help. He will walk around, pick up trash, and basically walk out
Put
with
it
it
in
and
trash.
put it in
Put it in
Ashley,
trash
bags,
bags.
yeah.
Ashley will clean up her various pot noodles around.
Thymara will slowly and unsure of how to do this, clean up the bar/kitchen.
Goes over.
Gotta empty all those half-full bottles.
Yeah, empty them into another bottle so that
Oh,
it reduces
Yes,
space.
look-
drinking all the almost empty bottles.
Where's Thymara? Just hear gurgling from behind the bar. Fine.
I found the old tap. Oh.
Thymara, do you have any idea what
dear.
you're doing?
No.
Kind of comes around with just this really aggravated sound and just helps.
You know, I didn't really do any of this for the majority of my life, alright? Kinda, learning
Well,
as
now
I go.
This is what. Come on, shit. Copy this.
She drinks more.
In a time that seems like it's too short, really, you hear the creaking of the door up there.
Also, side note, I would have removed my booby traps in the front door.
Mr. Hushinar probably has his own key.
Yes, yeah, that's understandable.
As you hear the creak, and you hear his cane that he's been using sort of tap on the stairs as he walks down. You don't hear the sound of his big manservant, big troll he usually has with him. He probably is outside.
Tap tap on the door of the lab. Tap 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 tap. Tap.
Is it like a sauce sound in there or something? Does Ziegler listen to music while he works?
You don't know. Well, he's
know.
plugged into the computers and stuff, so he might be.
The problem is you have a data jack. So all we know, you can have a sim sensor of anything running.
Yeah.
So
But
what's...
you will definitely hear like and then like these sparks fly everywhere in there like.
And actually briefly kind of goes in, looks in, tries to signal to you if you can
There's
catch
also
it.
smoke everywhere because he's been smoking constantly.
Metal dust.
Yep, metal dust, smoke,
Sovereign.
sparks flying.
Sovereign.
Yeah, you see he removes the safety goggles he has. Sort of puts them up on his forehead and looks over to you. What?
He's here.
Who?
Just face palms. I'll fix it.
He frowns, looks down himself, covered in oil and dust and soot and stuff.
He said,
Thymara peeks her head in.
"Go sit down."
Drick. He gets up, pulls off the gloves, puts them on the seat. You see Warburg sort of on the side, his casing is open. There's a lot of wires and things everywhere. I hate being disturbed while I'm working. Mumble, mumble. Fine.
Maybe you should change your shirt. It's oily
Looks down. Looks down at the
and
shirt.
not the
in
good
the living
kind.
room, as the others walk in, Mr. Hushinar walks in the double doors, just sort of pushing one open as he walks in. He has a little hat covering his head, sort of very a low-browed top hat, and he's wearing his standard sort of fine clothes. He is very balding and has sort of a thin white beard. As he goes in looking around, does like a sniff.
The moment he comes in, Juwaria does the deep bow, 10 seconds, and formally says, "Hoshinara-sama."
Gives her a nod and takes his hat off, hands it to her.
She takes it
You got the boss's hat.
and
Yeah.
put it. We probably have.
On the clothing pile.
No,
No.
she removed that. No, we
Yeah.
probably have what's it called? I think they call it a hat
hat
holder.
rack.
A hat rack? Coat rack?
It would generally
Rack.
be like in the entryway, but sure.
Made out of old scrap.
Yeah.
She looks at the people coming over and says, so spreads out her and says, "Yes, come. Come, it's been too long." She looks around the place. "I like what you've done with the place. Cleaner than usual."
course.
Mumble something.
Yeah, Thymara
But
nods. Like, yeah, you could say that.
That is one thing people lose when they have success. They lose respect. This place has a great potential. I hope that you won't squander it as others have.
takes another inhale.
Thymara lights a cigarette.
He's a little shaky as he takes his own packet of cigarettes and just sort of holds it out towards someone for light.
Oh, sure. Clank
Also
comes
his-
up.
That's for his manservant.
Plank
You
picks
want
it,
holds
my
it up.
light?
Ah,
Let's
okay.
click.
The end of his tail
Takes
like
it in
flicks
his
open.
mouth.
Yep.
I have been very busy these days. She looks and says, but I'm sure you have been wondering why you got promoted to such a high place so suddenly.
Ziegler frowns. I'm more asking myself why the package we delivered seemingly exploded 30 seconds after we placed it, Mr. Ushinara.
So that is what happened, huh? Apparently the customer was not satisfied. It was not enough wealth to discuss. We will not be taking further work from them. I can assure you that. Had I a B team, I would send them to do it from now on.
I see.
The next job here will be a bit more personal, and I will pay you from my personal funds instead. I assure you that I intend for there to be no explosions on it.
Nods slowly.
You see, the reason you got raised up, the reason I trust you this much now, is because you're my last team. I lost the B team half a month ago, and just last week, Team A got demolished.
By what, precisely?
He holds his cigarette towards you and says, "Of that, I'm not entirely sure. Your next job will be to find that out for me, or at least to gather some information on the matter. I have tracked down the location where they're keeping the bodies, the morgue. In addition to that, I would like you to take a look at the scene where they died. It shouldn't have been a difficult job. They were good. They were better than good. They shouldn't have failed on such a simple mission. I want to know what happened. And if possible, I want to know who was responsible. They have cost me a lot of money."
Seems doable.
Find me as fast as you can, really. Within perhaps a week or two. Whatever you can. The mission will be complete once you have taken a look at the bodies, particularly any cyberware that might be left over from them. Sometimes these things hold information. So beyond that, I would like a look at the scene of the crime. I shall send you the dossiers and the jobs as soon as possible. Sadly, I have been minimally involved in their work. They were reputable enough that most Johnsons insisted on speaking with them directly, negotiating their own fees and jobs. So I have been minimally involved for some time.
Ziegler nods. I think I get the picture.
Well, The pay might not be very good, but I don't expect this to be too much of a trouble for you. So, after this, I will find you some good work. Good paying work.
Excellent. Ziegler gets up, puts the cigarette into between the corner of his mouth again. Looks at the others, grunts, and then he, puts down the goggles again, over his face as he walks back towards the workshop. And soon you hear the buzzsaw starting up.
He stands a bit, sort of looking around the place. He clearly is familiar with it, probably more familiar than you are with it. As he takes in the scene, looks over around, looks at the table, sniffs the air again.
Chihuahua gets up and I apologize for him just leaving, but he is a very busy man.
And he should be. You have much to see to.
Of course.
So do I, on that note. I came here because I wasn't sure you had been getting my messages. You have started up the system, yes?
Yes.
As I understand it is a pile of trash. So one says, but I am not particularly good at these things. Perhaps you'll be able to find out more.
I intend to.
Good.
Chihuahua get his hat and stand ready for him to take.
I'll take it. Give her a slight smile. She looks around and says, oh yes, and get rid of that Russian stuff in there. I can smell that one of those bottles has been opened. I hate that smell. She just puts on the hat and begins making ways up the stairs.
Once he's gone, Ashley will turn her head over to Thymara. Oh, you heard the boss. Get to work.
She grins and says, by get to work, do you mean I'm making a lot of cocktails, or...
Somehow get rid of it.
Lots of cocktails it is. Oh, Ziegler, do you want a drink? She comes in, shouts it.
Holds up a bottle, waves it.
Yeah. He looks over, shakes his head over the din of it. No, the explosion risk is too high. Take it away.
She kind of looks at the bottle, looks at all the sparks, and kind of nods like, closes the door.
Yeah. And now basically you have a little bit of time for what we classically would call the legwork of a run. You have a bit of downtime, each downtime action now, and you know what your next run is going to be. You're going to be going to the scene of the crime and to the morgue where these people are being held. And just so you don't have to gather information on it, because Shinana will send you that information. The scene of the crime is a BMV factory in the Cederkrupp part of Berlin. This is where they got allegedly demolished, and their bodies are certainly also kept at a Cederkrupp morgue, a criminal investigation, sort of an investigation morgue for the Cederkrupp security forces and knight errant who hold a security contract. Apparently their job was to enter it and find a blueprint and copy it, not necessarily just steal it, but copy it for a new type of motorcycle that BMW was trying to develop.
That sounds like a very simple mission.
And we're gonna die horribly.
It does indeed seem to be more of a Team B mission, but according to Oshinaro, Team B was gone at the time, so Team A had the mission instead.
And then Team A died. Yeah.
Well, I tell you guys,
the factory is closed for now due to damages. but he's sure that you can find a way in. The morgue is under a security station, basically a police station for the knight errant troops.
I think Ashley's a bit too unfocused to be able to properly help. She still has light armor.
I'm thinking perhaps Thymara could look to see if she can kind of like get her way in. Trying to think of the words. Basically, get a way in for the group without us having to break in or sneak in to like the morgue or the factory. Yeah, just kind of glide in, and we like maybe be able to glide out if things go well. Like passes,
This might
etc.
be a good way to say it. But direct planning for the job, your characters will do between this session, and between next session. So whatever approach your characters you decide upon, we'll go through that, basically the approaches at the beginning of next session. Direct things involving the job will be done by your characters. You don't need to worry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, ours is basically, do we want to gather more intel before it begins, or do we want to get more equipment before we go, or what?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sort of thing.
Or in my case, possibly get rid of more karma.
Yeah.
Just the thing is.
Is that what you want to do, Dark? Because we can start with you.
Yeah, I think I'm actually right now is. She's too unfocused. She's not able to really keep her mind on what's been set.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really get the rush she needed from the last job.
Huh.
She put all that work in, and she doesn't really feel rewarded for it. Like, she hasn't got as many emails as she wanted to write as many messages. Clearly, she needs to do something more.
No one seems to really care.
Clearly, she needs to memify this.
Mm-hmm.
Cats. That's the
Doge
answer.
robot, you know.
Doge.
And therefore, she will try.
Right, well, sure.
To what degree, we will find out.
See how many upvotes you can get.
Overindulging.
So many votes.
Overindulging, yes. You clear your karma. First and foremost, you clear your karma
I can overindulge in
completely.
6. And what did I roll? A 6.
So first, we clear your karma completely. Then, I ask you if you attract trouble, talk too big, disappear and get lost, or get banned, perma-banned from your message board.
Well, I am thinking that she probably talked too big.
All right, you talk too big, which means you acquire heat, and people begin to be like, "Were you there? Like, is that you? Do you know that?"
They start piecing it together too much.
And so, on your group sheet, I would like you to add 2 heat under Corb.
Is that bad?
Yes.
It means that the Corbs have a sense. I would like you to add from the other side, basically, because it builds up and then you get 1 wanted level.
Oh.
But it means that the Corbs have leads on you. Not enough to begin sending out people for you, that you have to fill the thing and then you get a wanted level, basically. But they have leads.
They are suspicious.
Yeah, because you've been writing too much and going too into it. Too many memes.
Ashley said one too many things, and she left enough of a trail that people are starting to realise what happened in the fall. Which means, well, it looks like I might need to spend an action in the future, or someone will have to possibly lower the heat.
Much Ziegler, you know.
That is a thing you said you could do, right? You could like try and.
Yes, you could lower heat. All right, that's your second action. Roll indulged with big talk.
I could have only done it on a 6, and what did I roll?
Only
What
time
to
a
do
6
now?
is bad.
Who wants to do something now? What's an idea?
So what could I do again? What are my options?
Well, you can gather information. You can lower heat. You can recover wounds. You can recover stress. You can do your long-term project. You can acquire an asset for the next mission. And I think that's what's relevant right now. Later on, when you level up your group and such, you can also acquire training facilities where you could train your stats and basically earn experience with your time down. But you don't have access to that yet.
Gain an asset?
That would be a temporary asset for the next mission. You would be able to get that thing. Your role here would basically say how good of a quality asset is it.
Okay. Is there such a thing like a crime scene investigation kit or something like that?
What would you... A forensics kit? Is that...
Yeah, something like that. Because if we're gonna investigate...
I'm sure there's a forensics kit.
Because if we're gonna investigate a scene of a crime as detailed as we possibly can, well, that seems...
You want to acquire forensics... How does he go about that?
I don't know, actually. I don't know that I can. I'm not really a talky acquiry person.
Does he have a contact that could help him with it? Or
Not really, no. Yeah, maybe I can't. I don't see how...
I mean, you can always just try. I'm just fishing for if you had a contact that could give you an extra die. You can always do it. Your character is you can buy weapons. You can refill your ammo. You have people who will sell you grenades when you use them in your grenade launcher.
I mean, I could talk to like the... I don't know if the NPCs I sent like blurbs for before if they're actually active, but like
Sure.
the cop, his cop contact could be someone he could perhaps talk to try to get that from. And still, if it's anything being like influence or etiquette or anything like that, I probably won't because I don't have any...
It's not using a skill. You use your group's reputation.
Okay.
Which is very low right now. It's 1. So getting high quality stuff is difficult, which is why you say you have a lot. Yeah, you know Lot, police investigator.
Yes.
Yeah. Now he's not your special friend, but he does seem to sympathize with you. So maybe I will just say that he this seems like something he could help you with. It doesn't seem like something you would kill people with.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he'll do that for you. He'll remember that you're a person who needs him and reconnect with you. In the future, you can help him.
It's either that or I work on silencers. It's what do you guys think?
And if there is like we said about the forensics kit.
Yeah.
Huh? Try that then.
All right. Let's see. A 2 dice. See what quality of forensics kit you get. You get a pretty damn good forensics kit. You get what says a standard forensics kit.
Okay.
So it is the one that the police would use.
Swanky.
There we go. And so next time you have that as basically an additional piece of roll gear that you can bring with you or have with you when you need it for the next mission. All right. Who has something else they want to do?
I was thinking of
Tine and Halldamir.
Also getting a asset.
All right. What kind of asset?
I was thinking like access passes, like to areas maybe we might not have access to. In like the morgue.
All right. As investigators, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Fake credentials.
Fake credentials, basically, yeah. As investigators.
We'll add acquire acid. We'll just call it fake credentials. Is that fine?
Yeah.
Then we'll see what. Okay. How does your character go about that?
She would probably should probably basically use talking skills to sort of get onto the good side of someone who may be able to make such credentials, and then once she liquors them up enough, gets the credentials, and then kind of puts them aside.
She's
maybe.
very generous with the Russian booze.
Yes.
Sure. Russian credentials I will add to. Russian credentials. All right. Yeah. That's you. Roll your d6.
2d6, 1d6. Ooh, mega credentials.
All right. Apparently she got it from probably a Russian mortician and a group of surgeons or something, because those are fine credentials.
Fantastic.
It's
Fine
impressive.
Russian credentials.
Yeah.
All right. Tina.
That's the face of the group for you.
Mm-hmm.
I really
Comes back. Oh, I got the
I
head.
the problem and,
The head physician gave me his credentials. Oh, whatever.
Oh, man, that's perfect. I got rid of the booze and I got
Yep.
this.
2 birds,
know.
1 stone. Thank you very much.
Lights a cigarette with her fancy holder. Thank you.
Oh yeah, and I got this
She has
awesome
a new
lighter.
lighter now.
It's a storm lighter. I really don't know what I should do.
What does your character want to do?
What would you want to do?
Is scouting something we can do? Or is that part of this?
If you have a gathering information, if there's something you want to know about,
No, I might as well gather information.
is there
Sure.
something you want to know about?
Well, the whole building blowing up is kind of mute now, isn't it?
It's something we should keep in mind because something weird is going on, definitely, but we don't know at the moment. What's in front of us right now is more relevant, I think.
Okay. Can I spend a day just with Chantal, trying to figure out about these people we're trying to get information about these dead people we're trying to figure out about.
Gather information about Team A?
Mhm.
Sure. Or the late Team A, as it turns out.
Team.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you could do that.
Do I get a one because I'm with her?
Sure. Seems like something she would get involved with.
You'd be like, this is gonna be the case.
So roll your die. That's a d20.
I don't
Yeah.
know why. Oh yeah, I went out of the. That's right.
Oh my god, that is
That's
so
a
No,
good
that's a D10. No, that's
There
a
we go.
D10.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
That's
There we go.
I didn't even know. I didn't even know it would
it's
roll.
late. It's okay.
It's late. I'm sorry.
It's a good roll though.
Yeah.
Decent roll, yeah.
I drank some of the Russian booze. You left a bottle.
We're at the same party as Thymara.
I mean, I actually did order you get rid of the booze somehow.
You know, you
Yeah.
you made Shiwari a really big glass, and she was like, "Oh, it tastes amazing!" And she just drank all of it into one big straw.
She basically
this-
covered the entire bar in cocktails and then left.
Shameful.
And this is the story of how our street samurai got a cybernetic liver.
Yep.
Like you basically made a glass out of sugar and put the vodka in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Team A, or as you will find out in your investigations, because they're fairly known, Shinara's Team A, but they are known more as Fragmeister's team. Apparently, he was the team lead, and he was also a Decker dwarf. He's known to be quite of an asshole at local bars and such. Many didn't like him because he was very full of himself. a bit of a jerk. He knew that he was very good, and he was very good, allegedly. Maybe a bit too good. Lately, though, he acted really weird, and most people say that they haven't seen him for a while, which would be understandable, because given what you know about him. But even before that, he was keeping to himself, and he seemed to not really be as much of an asshole as usual. He seemed to kind of be like nice for once. People sort of could connect to him, and he would show a bit of empathy once in a while. He definitely had something on his mind, but whenever asked about it, he just put up a facade and acted like a jerk. The information on the street, of course, is a bit difficult. Other than that, you know that his team also included a troll shaman, and that he always had a dog about his own size with him wherever he went. The troll would back him up whenever someone tried to do anything to shut him up.
Wow.
He had frequent run-ins with some people from the Human Nation group, which is a conspiratorial, racist organization that attempts to rid the world of the scourge of metahumanity.
Right.
He's not a well-liked guy, but he was good.
He was good.
It's very good.
So he probably knew something was coming. That's what it sounded like.
That seems like a reasonable assumption, given what you know.
Oh, and when she comes back, she will share the information with the group. You listen to me, you little shit. I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is your downtime actions.
Yeah.
Together. The downtime actions, again, today we skipped a step, which is the entanglements and the heat. And even the beginning of the job, which is why we're stopping an hour earlier. But I wanted to have time to make sure that we could, if a big rules thing came up, we would have time for it. Downtime is generally the last thing you do, and then the next session begins at the start of a new job or a new mission or a new thing you're trying to do, a new thing you're trying to accomplish. Yeah. I think that's what we'll do next week.
Okay.
Super.
I hope that you feel a little more comfortable with the system, or at least understand the dice mechanics.
It takes a lot of pressure. I like that.
Huh? What do you mean by pressure?
That that my character would have all this information.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And there isn't much planning. It's very laid back. Because planning is definitely something we used to do a lot.
It is. And the idea of the system is to cut back on it. We'll see more of that next session.
I didn't mind that all the planning was cut out.
I'm curious though what you feel about the setup and how you feel about the game so far. The one session we've had, introductionary. I hope you enjoyed yourself and got to know your own character at least.
Yeah,
At least somewhat.
I think it will be interesting to play, at very least.
It seems like a fun group.
Yeah, I think it'll be great. I think at very least it will be a funny session. Just because of the personalities.
I can't stop thinking about you coming home. You probably even have a cop hat or something. Got all this stuff.
Look at this stuff I got.
A lab coat.
A lab coat.
Got a lab coat on.
Handcuffs.
Oh gosh. On hands.
Yeah,
Uh,
on one of the hands, you know.
one of the hands, the other one's like.
Oh boy,
It's
he
okay.
took a bit of convincing.
I also got this pen.
And like she pulls
Say
out
the
a new
Crooked says on there.
Come on.
pulls out a new lighter and everything. It's like, oh yeah, it's been a good
They
night.
just gave, you know, they have all these stuff they give to new employers, and they were just like, here, have a pen, candy, this awesome jacket, cap, and a license.
Personally, I adored the setting. I love Shadowrun. It's fun, it's great, it's whimsical and gritty at the same time. Don't know what to think about the system yet.
We've only just started.
I need more time, basically, with it.
I like Ziegler. Good Ziegler.
Thank you.
Yeah,
He's the
I
kind
like
of
that.
person who would, when you come in to talk to him, instead of turning off his machines, he would just say,
Yep.
"What?"
Keep going.
really
Yep.
loudly.
Yep,
Yeah.
Like,
that is. Yep, definitely.
I like to imagine that Thymara has got Ashley to put in some of Thymara's songs into the playlist that Ziegler has.
These like incredibly upbeat pop songs.
teen
Yeah.
pub.
Teen pop, but he's like, what is
What
this?
is this shit?
Now Haddle Teen Pub. It's,
Oh. Mm. You hear like groaning sound from in there.
incredibly like sugar sweet.
Yeah.
It's-
Oh,
it's kind
awful.
of
It's like
Innocent
sugar.
Garden of Angels.
It's like
You know,
Hannah
I-
Montana. on steroids.
I could very much imagine this being a thing though. Like while that's going on, and he couldn't really tell we were in there, sneaking in and just happening to say plant a sim sense, which is actually programmed with all your songs down next to him.
Yeah, yeah. It's the same Simpsons for karaoke night.
He didn't risk his life fighting in the war for this shit, man.
Hey,
And
but
they
unfortunately, Ashley is one of the two people with stealth, so she could certainly just kind of.
and I
It would
imagine
be
it as
fun.
being hilarious to everybody, but
It
Ziegler.
would be fun just walking in as the, hey Ziegler, what? Turn the machine off so we can talk. I can't hear you. The machine is too loud.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I said turn it, and then it increases in volume. Like,
then he turns it off. Why didn't you tell me to turn it off? I did.
I'm gonna get the silencer for Warburg. It's gonna be great.
Also, I can also imagine situations where like the other two are out and like Thymara is just still asleep and like Ashley just needs you to get up because she's going out. Just kind of going over to the PA system, turning it on, cranking it up to full. Thymara!
There's gonna be the days now that we have Ziegler working hard on this new thing he's excited about. That when he gets up at 6 and like done with his shower at 7 and eat breakfast at 8, that from then on there's just like machine noise in the
Yep.
room right next to the beds.
Yep.
Loud like screeching metal to metal
Yep.
sound, you know, it's
Yep.
the worst.
Yeah. Thankfully,
I feel we have a good system. At 6 a.m. you go for your shower. At 6 a.m. I'm making breakfast, and then once you're out, we swap positions.
Soy, eggs, and bacon substitute.
I was thinking soy eggs. I was actually thinking soy like scrambled eggs. So
Uh-huh.
I'm getting nervous when
Powdered scrambled eggs. You get them
My
like in a
karma-
dry bag. You
Oh,
my
what?
karma goods up, then I have to go out and kill some red samurais. Come home covered in blood.
Oh, I know.
worried about
Oh,
when
yeah,
mine
you
goes
go
up.
and do that.
if we know you've been out like that, I just imagine a situation where you're coming home and it's just like, yeah, the shower's ready for you.
Yeah.
My thanks.
Now, if I die tomorrow, at least I have done something.
Did my duty.
Well, that's the thing, right? Suddenly,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
my luck runs out.
Unfortunately, like for all of you, like the last few days, just the DJ booth's been really dark and the lights have been off in there, like mostly, and the computers have been like, the screens have been quite faded, and Angie's just been sitting there in the silhouette, just cold sim the entire
One
time.
of those times where you haven't gone to bed,
Pretty much, she's been on cold sim the entire night.
return to your body, and it's just like haven't eaten for 2 days and can't walk probably for a while.
I just
Because she's
hope
been
that
sitting cross-legged typing for 2 days.
I just hope I don't overindulge because the
You- there's a-
examples Manaki gave seemed really bad.
There are a lot of bad ones.
Oh,
I mean, I could potentially get myself shot.
yeah.
Like, I release so much information that when I go out on the street next, I just suddenly get shot by someone. Like, oh, oops.
Well, they would have to find this place first. It's a secure location.
Or if they find out just enough about Ashley, they find and then see her out there. It's like, oh.
But yeah,
You got a little bit of heat.
Yeah.
Only a little bit though. Only a little bit.
You know, there's some corporate guy who's like, huh. Just tack that name there and keep an eye on it.
Click. So my next downtime, one of my actions is going to have to be spent. I'm hacking into their database and trying to erase that.
Yeah.
Because of course that's how Ashley would try and solve the problem of heat.
Or that's how or Thymara goes and gets all the tech guys really drunk.
And while they're all completely drunk, she just kind of leans over and casually presses like, just control me. Delete.
Like no, she just has like a thumb drive that she just puts in, and it's like already coded by Ashley to wipe everything we need
to wipe whatever system you plug it into.
Yeah, and it's like, all right.
Then she leans back, and then there's a giant fucking spider image right there on the screen.
Yeah, and then she's like, oh
Yes,
god
I
damn
did
it.
And the spider has a doge face.
Suddenly,
It's shining and blinking and dancing and really annoying lights.
Suddenly, on the
all the
other
guy's
side,
like, what did you just do to our computers? What's that spider thing? And you're like,
suddenly on the other side of the map, -2 comma.
Yeah.
oh, I feel great now. Now these people know me. It's great.
She giggles.
And Thymara's
How-
like they're like, oh.
How does Thymara feel about, because she had fame and didn't like it, how does she feel about Ashley wanting fame so bad?
You know, she remembers all of the fans saying that they wish they were famous, and you know, at this point she's kind of accepted that people don't actually know what they want, and eventually Ashley will find out.
She'll grow up.
Yeah, it's horrible, and then she can start enjoying drugs.
There's kind of a reverse. I feel there's also kind of a reverse situation going on as well with Ashley, where because she goes to Thymara and just like Tamara's like struggling to do stuff by herself. Like Ashley grew up on it with like forced into the gangs to have to fend for herself.
Yeah,
So she's kind of the converse in that sense, where she's kind of, just look at you like, how can you not do this?
yeah. So, well, you know.
I mean, Ashley remembers, of course, also when she wasn't part of the gangs and she had a decent life, and so she can kind of emphasize that.
Yeah, Thymara's more of the kind of that she goes, I've never done this, so can you maybe?
I can imagine one of these you just go in there, you see Ashley on cold, and she's like, how do I? You see the computer, email me. You just email her on the computer. Get around cold sim. Hey.
Yeah. She's got a distress button that's like Ashley.
Basically, like an email draft, just ready, press send.
Yeah.
So, do we get an experience?
Yes, that is something we have to discuss.
Yeah.
First and foremost, I don't think anyone took it as protection, so none of that. Things didn't turn out that dire. However, let's talk about each in turn, starting with the DDS. Did he overcome a challenge with deception or evasion? Was that something that
I tried evading camera systems and drone systems.
What do you guys think?
I could agree with that.
Everyone else.
It wasn't evasion as much as it was subversion, but I guess it's the same ballpark. I don't see like she did Decker things to overcome situations, and
I think the evasion, or at least avoiding a problem with the drones, made a lot of
Cameras.
sense.
Yeah, makes total sense to me.
Yeah,
I think you can add your playbook XP for that. Did your background come up in a significant way?
I don't think the background came up in a significant way for the session.
All right. Did your vice or your flaws come up in a significant way?
It came up, but I don't think it came up in some significant method like that. You know, I did use my Fey monster and I did indulge a lot, but I don't think that's really qualifying for it.
Well, I think you used your Fey monster, right? You left your
Yes, I did indeed.
calling card in the drones.
I did indeed. That's true.
I think that qualifies as your thing coming up.
Okay.
People
Because
will know
actually
that's
could resist the opportunity to just kind of mark it on the.
Yeah.
Okay. So is that another playbook XP with that, or something?
Yep, that's another piece of playbook XP. Yeah.
And we didn't have any desperate for the other actions and stuff.
Yeah. Halldamir.
Mm-hmm.
And this is really a group thing, also than just me. Did you overcome a challenge with social grace or leadership?
I would probably say no.
Well, you
Can't think
did.
of anything.
You did talk down the troll, I think, didn't you?
No.
A lot of us,
Alright.
a lot of people said things on that, but
I just don't exactly know who initiated that with the troll.
We didn't roll anything for we were just like,
it doesn't necessarily need to be rolls for it
Yeah.
though.
What do you feel like, Halldamir?
I don't think. Well, I suppose I did get a couple six. Like the only rolls I've done today were 6s, and they were all social. But I'm not entirely sure, to be honest, if I overcame challenges as per se.
what about the whole getting
That asset and
yeah, the assets.
info. Yeah, that's what I mean. Got asset.
So-
and info.
Those
Generally, challenges will be something during a mission, but I think we'll go with it for now. Yeah. The mission wasn't that long. I think it's
yeah,
fair.
the mission wasn't that long, which I think is the harder bit for this because there's less chances
Yeah.
to
Mm-hmm.
seeing it.
Okay, I'll mark that
Did your background come up in a significant way?
then. No. I don't think at all.
Did your
actually.
vice or flaws come up in a significant way?
I don't think so. At all.
Yeah.
Again.
We didn't really. Well, as it's a short mission, it's hard to exactly
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
We started earlier. Looting the drug box might have
Yeah.
struck my mind, but that probably wouldn't have worked out that well.
Yeah, she couldn't unlock it.
Jonas, did you overcome a challenge with knowledge or experimentation?
Not really. I did some rigorous stuff with mainly driving the car and getting away with that.
I would
but,
disagree. I think you had the idea to use a door or plank as a bridge out of a window to get over a meter-long jump. I think that would count as experimentation.
Yes, door
Yeah.
experiment.
Yeah,
Or
I,
experiment. Yeah.
Brilliant, Professor.
yeah, I think Dr. Ziegler's guidance with a guidance and strategy was useful for this mission.
Totally agree.
Brilliant, Doctor.
I think that's
Right.
experimental, right?
Sure, I'll take it.
It could have gone bad or
Yeah.
not worked.
It could have broken and caused us
Yeah.
caused a cop to fall.
Oh no.
So I think you get your experience for that. At least.
All right.
Did your background come up in a significant way?
Not really.
The sniper shot.
The sniper, yes, he could. He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But I feel that was more me giving you something than it
Mm.
was a particular brought up.
I didn't accept the sniper thing. I didn't invoke it in any real way. His old army training and such.
Right. And flaw or vice? I
Not really.
picked that up. Yeah.
Not this time, I don't think.
Probably next time. Well, maybe not that one, but yeah. All right. Then we have Tina. Did you overcome a challenge with threats or physical mastery?
I would say yes.
I ripped a door out of the frame and I
Punch the cop.
punched a cop in the face.
Yeah, I think that certainly counts.
Yeah, I think it counts as well.
Yeah.
It's so easy with the street samurais. Like, did you punch anyone?
But
Yes.
No, because it's not all about
combat.
It's
Physical
not all
knowledge is
about-
not the same as combat.
It's not all about violence. Like in this case, I chose for him not to die. Just punch him out.
It's still violence if he
Still
doesn't die.
violence.
You did
But
punch
you know,
him.
I didn't.
It is not real violence if I don't
You did
kill
punch
someone.
him with like
Where
the force of
am I to
being
put this
trained.
X?
In the playbook experience, yeah, you would put a little X there.
Yeah, an important note is the physical mastery does not necessarily mean combat. It
No.
means just means her using her.
Balls comp. So
Yeah, so for example, though, her tearing that door off.
I'm happy that
Shooting someone is not physical mastery, for example.
No, that's why I don't use guns.
Physical mastery is doing physical things that are badass physically because they're tough and hard to do.
Like ripping
More
a
so
door
than
off.
Cutting down a bum is not really.
That seemed like the best bridge I could think of.
that was
It
good.
was a good bridge.
It fits.
It was a good bridge.
Yeah, we all got
It
across.
certainly gives a very interesting. We could use something to come across. Just rips the door out.
Yes.
How about
Oh.
this?
Oh yes, I mean sure, works. Doesn't fit in the window. Crash.
Now it does.
There we go.
There's dust now.
I love my robot arms.
Dr. Ziegler would like to take a look at your robot arms.
You can take a look at them.
Did your past come up in a particular way? Strong way?
I talked to my friend, but that was it.
Nope. Don't think your Red Samurai connections.
No.
And your vice, your obligation. I don't think that come up particularly much either. Right. That was the character-specific experience.
Can I point something out real quick?
Yeah, sure.
Everyone go to the computer picture. This one.
Let me toggle back.
The
Yes.
compute picture?
Have you? Yeah, this.
Oh yeah.
I'm making.
Yeah.
There's a cat. A cat right there.
How did you even notice that?
How did I not notice it before now?
Where is
Cat
what?
vision
You know, I remember
on the Decker room.
To the north.
Oh yeah. No, there's totally a cat there.
remember how I said Ashley wanted to have a cat? Now we have a cat.
Fucking Christ.
You can eat from the dog bowl that was in there.
That's true.
The dog bowl?
Now we have team experience.
Woo.
Because the crew gets experience too. For doing basically a successful job, you get a team experience.
Hooray.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah. Just go here because there's another set of things that's I can't remember them off the top of my head. Here we go. Did you content with something above your station? Basically, people who are more important than you, which at the beginning will always be yes, because you have 0 holes.
Our station
you're
is 0.
nobodies. So yes, you did contend with someone, and as long as you do that, it's 1. If you contend with someone really high up, then it's more than 1 experience for that.
Oh.
Basically, because things are more dangerous to you than you are to them. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Well, that's something we have to discuss, because you see that empty reputation tab up there. That's something we have to fill out, because now you've done a job, and your characters together will be developing this crew, and you will be developing your reputation. The question is then, what kind of reputation will you choose to, or will you attempt to promote yourself as having? These are the options. I have sent them in the Roll20 chat just, from the book.
Bloodthirsty, bold, forceful, honourable, manipulative, mystical. Yeah, clearly mystical. Subtle or tenacious.
Clearly mystical. I would probably say
Tenacious or bold.
tenacious or manipulative, I'd say. But more tenacious than...
What is tenacious?
It's like you never stop.
Oh.
Never give up, essentially.
Yeah.
Would keep going at it no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
We're also ambitious, I guess.
There's something to keep in mind as well, because the kind of job you take, if you do them in a way that fits your reputation, so that you get more known for the thing you're trying to be known for, then you'll get the experience for it.
I think she
as a
would
group.
probably want honorable, but I think she's the only one who want that.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
It's difficult because we don't really know.
You can
What
develop
sort
new
of-
reputations as well.
good
Oh,
at
okay.
the moment, you know, because
I think we were very manipulative.
were we?
Well, the car, the fake ID, the destroying the cameras.
Yeah,
that
I
would be
think.
subtle,
But
wouldn't it?
yes, that's
Ah,
subtle
subtle.
more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Then that's what
Which
I
is
meant.
like doing it quiet.
Yeah, I'd probably say subtle. Is
And once I get silencers in Warburg, it'll be
Yeah.
subtle indeed.
So we
Well,
want, so we want to get
well,
class, reputation being clandestine, in a sense.
Clandestine group, yeah.
yeah.
And,
subtle be the word.
yeah, and we didn't use.
Yeah,
a gun
subtle or
to-
tenacious.
Right.
Tenacious- yeah, okay, subtle. Sure, we
Yeah,
can.
subtle.
Ambitious?
I mean, no, it's out
Well,
of
we're
that
kinda
list,
new.
man. Jesus.
Ambitious isn't the list.
Yeah, the problem
Is
is
it?
it's
Oh,
first one.
it's just the line break.
Yeah,
Fair
man.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn line break.
Very ambitious. We're up and coming. We're hungry.
Doing the missions better than expected. would be the-
Mm-hmm. Better than expected.
Impressive.
Flawless.
Subtle would attempt to not be discovered, or at least.
We certainly did a lot to not be discovered.
We
and
did.
get-
We worked
you
pretty
getting
hard
rid
on
of the
that.
car.
Tried not to murder a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the reason I didn't want him to shoot was because then they will obviously come around and look.
Sure.
Yeah, and I'm not-
let's go. Let's go with subtle.
Yeah, I'm not overly fond of shooting Lone Star officers either, because
Yeah.
that opens up a whole can of worms.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Cop
actually
killers.
Meanwhile, actually both shut down both cameras, try shutting down drones.
I like we have this agreement that you make them look away with your robot, and I stab
Yeah.
them.
Just comes down like beep boop, and it's like, what the? And then you have to fucking smash in the face.
Right.
Oh my
could
God,
someone,
it's-
someone who's logged in here add the subtle to your reputation up there.
You-
So-
You just
You
type
should
them in-
add,
type- or just type boxer.
You
So,
should.
no, the actual reputation tab.
Ah.
Like up at the
Reputation
top
tab.
here, I've selected it. Blue thing, blue line around it.
You should make
Oh.
a voice to your
Love that.
robot that it can scream like the animatronics in Five Nights at Freddy.
I just that is a Wah!
That
I will freak him out.
Yeah.
And then for rep, whenever you do a mission, the level, so to speak, of your target, you gain that much rep. This is a target level 1. He's not particularly well protected, so you will get 1 rep. When that fills up, you get a better hold, and your fixer begins to respect you more and want to give you better jobs, and people begin asking for you from him, and you begin to be able to do
Oh.
your own negotiations, and
Cool.
and you become too important for him and leave him in the dust and whatnot as you become more reputable, because that's what matters, right? Is when people begin to ask for you specifically.
That's
to
right.
their missions and know your names and your runner names and such.
Also, Marcus points out correctly, like, what do you mean subtle? We have like a fame monster meme person with us. Like plasters sparkly spider doges all over the place.
It's true.
Well,
That's true.
right now
And that's
they're not-
all they will ever find.
Yes,
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
that fucking
exactly. They'll find
spider
a fucking
glitter-
spider all the time.
glittering at them. Set
Like-
to the music of Disco Inferno.
Did you see the dancing spiders I sent Dark?
Hmm?
In the chat, it's posted 2
did not.
dancing spiders.
I did not, but that's it. But you know.
Right. The last one is express the goals of your crew or the internal conflicts,
Goals
Don't
are
think there's...
which I don't think we really have a particular goal right now.
Yeah.
That'll probably develop as
Money.
we continue. Yeah,
money.
we earn money. Got all that dough.
Just a huge pile of money.
Bathe in all the digital money.
Yep.
Log into the matrix just to
Oh,
just swim
delicious
in it,
money.
bathe in the gold.
I love
Gold.
gold. I love gold.
Yeah. So was that 2? Was that all things?
And maybe the
You
name.
get an experience for developing a reputation as well. So put the crew
Oh.
on 3.
Hooray!
Yay!
Yeah. And then the last thing, perhaps, is we gotta figure out a name for the crew.
Hmm.
The hardest part. We'll be
Had-
here
had
for
a
another
first
2
run.
hours.
Yes, 2 hours later, we're like, oh god.
Yeah. We've narrowed
What
it down
about-
to 5.
What
The
does
Grey
people in
Wardens.
the,
Oh, that's taken.
what does the chat think we should be called? There you
The
go.
Inquisition, I mean, shit.
There's chat. I have both chats open. Let's see what chat thinks.
Yes, if we get anything good from there, spider singers.
No. God damn it.
It's a happy spider who sings about love and friendship.
You know, meme. I'm gonna. You know, that's clearly gonna be actually a new meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's terrible.
This would be great. Halldamir.
Mm.
It will be a spider. It'll be like this little spider holding a microphone, and whenever it plays, it also plays one of your songs.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
Just force people to draw the connection. You know.
Yeah. God.
It's a good question. I really.
We're subtle on the mission. We're not subtle after the mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
People ask for your team. What are they going to ask for?
Exactly. We want. Bring me the. dancing spiders.
Ghostbusters!
Quick, Martha, call up the.
Dancing spiders is a real thing, but they're called peacock spiders.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think peacock spider is a great name.
No.
No, it's a bit
Sounds-
mouthy. You know, it's a.
Yeah, you want something that sounds slick.
So.
Right, we're going for subtle, right? So maybe something to do with like shadows or something like that could be a thing.
The Shadowrunners. Wait.
Yes, that's a great name. Bring me the shadow, sir. That's a broad term, generally.
Let's try and not that. You know, let's not think Shadowrunners and just try something else.
Why are we getting blamed for everything? Whenever they say it's Shadowrunners who did it, god damn it!
But our fame is through the roof. Everyone's talking about us.
Everyone's talking about us. But we're wanted by everyone.
Literally everyone.
What's chat saying?
Nothing.
Shadow spiders.
They all left.
Singing shadow spiders. Silent
Silent
web. Very spider themed, I'm seeing.
It's a lot
Clearly they're putting Ashley forward to be team leader. That's what I'm hearing.
I mean, if you want to talk, then by all means.
Team leader does not mean team face.
It's true. It's true.
That's what we have you for.
Oh,
Schrodinger's spider.
Schrodinger's spider.
You don't know if we're there or not unless you look.
I like that actually. I like Schrodinger's.
I kind of like it. Schrodinger's spiders.
Or Schrodinger's web.
Master Crack.
Master Crack.
God.
What's the name you suggested last time? I was like, I'm looking for the chat. Shadowrunner.
It is incredibly
names.
Plan B.
Samurai Mecha Spiders also singing.
Yeah, that's a
Plan.
bit long. I don't know how we would fit that in a sentence.
Very small font. Is the answer.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. There we go.
The problem is we have 6. We have 2 robots.
It's true.
And Sovereign won't let us not include them.
3 girls and a guy.
Karmic Rebuke.
Karmic rebuke. And this is always so.
So
It's
difficult.
incredible, isn't it?
Yeah.
We don't have to do it now, but the idea is to.
All right. Well, I think
Oh my god, what kind of Shadowrunner name is that? The metaphysical
God.
son of the unicorn weaves the tower's quantic flows.
Oh,
Wow.
look at some shaman right there.
That's trippy.
yeah.
Look at this name.
Chat's not moving. I think chat's broken for me. It's not moving. So
Yeah. Well, actually, the
Freedom fighters.
hitbox just moved for me.
The aligned sign of reason. Oh, the aliens. Oh, the alien sign of reason.
Yeah. I think what I'll do is stop the recording here. because
No.
I think it's just going to be us
It's
talking
gonna be talking, yeah.
about random words strung
But they
together.
like.
And
But
you'll
they-
probably find out in the next video that
Yeah.
we didn't find out anything anyway. So.
Pretty much. So
Click here for the next video.
yeah. What?
And just follows the hand, you know, backhand. Remember that? That was a thing we did.
Right. So I will.
Oh.
Awakened gang.
I will
Chaos
stop
circle.
the
We're
recording
the
here.
opposite of the awakened
Because
gang.
that because.
Spellcasting ponies of death.
So thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next session. Bye bye.